Is getting started, are underway here in this Class 1A sectional. 0-2 count to Lindsey Gonzalez at the plate. That one misses outside from Kaylee Plumley, and it's 1-2. There is a runner on first. J.C. Willis was hit in the arm on an inside fastball. She made her way down to first base. That was on an 0-1 count. Nobody out here in the top half. The first just underway. That rise ball gets away from Stewart. Willis will take second base, and a runner into scoring position for the Whitwell Lady Tigers. We mentioned as we were getting going and seemed like we weren't live. Now we are live and ready to go. Now a runner into scoring position for the Lady Tigers, who are 7-13 on the year. They fell to South Pitt in their region championship game by a run, as that was really one of the teams that kept getting the best of them throughout the regular season. That one across for the first strikeout of the day for Kaylee Plumley, and there's one out in the inning and a backwards K to start it off.
Yeah, and the hit batter was one of the weird ones, kind of rose in and just hit on the hands near the butt of the bat, but able to reach first and then move over to second for Plumley, settling in here now throwing strikes.
Here comes the shortstop, Ella Grace Harvey, to the plate for Whitwell, and they're all white uniforms here on the road. About a 2-hour drive, swing and a miss. As it's 0-1 here to Harvey. Willis stands on second base. No mention, hit by a pitch, and then advanced on the pass ball. One out in the inning. The Tigerettes looking for their fourth straight trip to the Spring Fling, third straight state title. This one fouled off, and it's 0-2 to Ella Grace Harvey. Lineup for Whitwell. Casey Britton is on deck. She's the cleanup batter. Lillian Ray will bat fifth. Callie Brock in the sixth spot. Kendall Holtkamp bats seventh. Veda Crouch in the eighth spot. And batting ninth is Kylie Billingsley. We'll get to the field for the Tigerettes here in a second. Here comes the 0-2 to Harvey. That one popped up, drifting out of play, and it will sail out of play. Same in the field. The battery is indeed Kaylee Plumley and Bailey Stewart in the infield. Lakin Roberts is at third base. Shortstop, Kat Johnson. Second baseman is Kaylin Roberts. Over at first, Callie Dillard. In the outfield, Mackenzie Herron is in left. Abby Brinkley in center. And Camry Johnson out in right. That one outside just misses for ball one. 1-2 here to Ella Grace Harvey. One away here in the top half of the first. No score in this Class 1A sectional.
Our camera froze, so I'm getting that reset.
There we
you
go.
Can hear everything right now and see the scoreboard.
Kaylee Plumley in the circle with a 1-2 count to Harvey at the plate. Ready to go. She rocks and deals. The 1-2 swung on and missed. It gets past Stewart. She throws down to first. That's the second out in the process. Willis does take third, but now there's 2 outs in the inning and 2 strikeouts for Kaylee Plumley in the circle. So Casey Britton is the catcher for Whitwell. She will step in with a runner on third base, and now 2 outs here in the top half of the first. Glad to have you along. I know we're dealing with some technical difficulties today that we are not used to. Obviously, we've been here and down in Red Bank this past week or two. This first pitch from Plumley in there is just outside for a ball to Britton. It's 1-0.
There we go.
Now we can see.
5 minutes after I did it.
It's the cleanup batter, Casey Britton, at the plate with 2 outs and a runner on third base. So 1-0 count to Britton at the plate. Here comes Plumley. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Whitwell was mentioning before we got going, 13 state tournament appearances, but their last coming in 2019. It's been some time. 2 state titles back in 1983 and 1993. The 1-1. Okay, there was a called strike in there that I missed. It's another strikeout. 3 straight Ks for Kaylee Plumley. Strands a runner at third base, and the Tigerettes come to the plate in a 0-0 ball game. You're watching the Class 1A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Bottom of the first here at Crump Paris. Jacob Vincent alongside Noah McCain. Glad to have you along. We think we're good and ready to go. So make sure you hit that share button if you're watching on Facebook. You can also share it off of YouTube as well. If you're tuned in on the NFHS Network, we welcome you in. The Gordonsville Tigerettes taking on the Whitwell Lady Tigers here in the Class 1A sectional 0-0 in the bottom of the first, with the Tigerettes coming to the plate for the first time. No change in their lineup. Kat Johnson will lead it off with Kaylee Plumley right behind. Abby Brinkley bats third. The cleanup batter is Bailey Stewart. Laura Thompson will bat fifth with Mackenzie Herron in the sixth spot. 7, 8, 9. Callie Dillard, Kaylin Roberts, and Camry Johnson. Lakin Roberts not batting, playing third base.
It is a breezy day at Crump Paris Park. Right now, blowing left to right across the ballpark, but it is blown out a lot of the time since we've been here. That bodes well for the powerful Tigerettes.
Stepping in is Kat Johnson with 5 home runs to her name so far this season, but we have not seen that power here these last few weeks of the season. That first one misses. The pitcher in the circle for Whitwell today is J.C. Willis. She's a sophomore with a 4.40 ERA. Very much a pitch-to-contact type of pitcher.
Not exactly the type of pitcher that typically has success against Gordonsville. They need her to have her absolute best today.
The 1-0. Misses for ball 2, and we're going to make sure that we get the strikes this time because somehow I missed it there.
Well, it's a very delayed call right in front. So you have to really keep an eye on it from 250 feet away.
It is 2-0 here to the leadoff batter for the Tigerettes, Kat Johnson. She swings at this one, sends it high in the air to left. It's going to stay in the park. Left fielder there makes the catch for out number 1 as Kylie Billingsley is able to haul it in.
It's a good start for Whitwell to get a really good hitter out to open up the ball game. And we'll see how they treat Kaylee Plumley here.
You mentioned how breezy it is. It is blowing in just a little bit kind of towards that first base dugout. And that one held it up just enough for Johnson in the first out of the inning as well for Whitwell. Here's a conversation. The home plate umpire was over at the third base dugout, now coming to the first base dugout and having a conversation. They're kind of looking down the first base line.
No clue. Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm not sure.
Me too.
All right, we're ready to go, though, as Kaylee Plumley will step in for her first debut of the day here in the Class 1A sectional.
Pitching to her on a windy day. Okay.
A little check swing sends that one foul into the playground. Got to keep your head on a swivel over there. It's 0-1.
But we'll try to do what South Pitt did a year ago here in this sub-state round. Keep it interesting. And they got an outstanding outing in that game at a Kilgore for them, so they need their pitcher today to be at her absolute best.
Here's the 0-1 to Plumley. That one is a called strike on the inside corner. Now 0-2, and South Pitt fell to Joe Burns yesterday 2-1. So Joe Burns, another trip to the state tournament again. Obviously wouldn't play this Gordonsville team until a possible state championship game.
They wouldn't play him this week.
Here's the 0-2. That one high and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kaylee Plumley, who's batting just shy of 500 on the season.
Is that good?
I think so.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Obviously doesn't get pitched to a whole lot either. Sometimes, depending on the teams. She's getting pitched to here with 1 out and the 1-2. Hammers it down the line. I mean, that ball was drilled, but a foul ball, and it's still 1-2. Turned on it early, and the Tigerettes trying to time up Willis in the circle right now.
That was an aggressive swing for Plumley.
Still 1-2. Willis brings it home. Ground ball, right side. Second baseman not going to get there as Plumley puts it into the outfield, takes a turn at first, and we'll just keep it to the single. It's a 1-out single for Kaylee Plumley. She'll get a runner on with Abby Brinkley coming to the plate.
It's been a tremendous evolution of Kaylee Plumley's game at the plate this year. Gets in those 2-strike counts and typically isn't trying to do too much. A lot of ground balls for base hits for her, and that's exactly what they need. A lineup that's great 1 through 9. Keep the carousel going and give yourselves a base runner.
Something we noticed when these two teams were warming up, this Whitwell team, they have 9 players available today. They are all in the field, obviously. They do have another player in the dugout, but she is injured. So they have 10 players here, but only 9 available. Abby Brinkley steps in for the first time. Callie Underwood came on to run for Plumley. He stands at first base with 1 away. J.C. Willis, the righty, brings it home. Swinging at it. That one through as well. Underwood was running on contact. She's already at third base. Throws on the brakes there. And it's runners on the corners. Back-to-back singles for the Tigerettes.
Yeah, back-to-back great pieces of hitting as well. Both on the ground. Both just rolling it hard hit. And now runners at the corners. You give Kaylee Plumlee an early lead, you feel great about your chances to return to Murfreesboro.
Bailey Stewart steps in now for the first time today, and man, did this team hit the ball well at Joe Burns in their region championship game. A 12-1 victory there earlier this week.
And this is one of those three seniors. We already saw Kaylee Plumlee. Final game at Crump Paris Park. They've won a ton of softball games here.
Yeah, all three in a row here in this lineup. Kaylee Plumlee, Abby Brinkley, and Bailey Stewart. Trying to send this home crowd out on a high note, showing bunt. Throw comes back to the circle, and it'll just be a stolen base for Brinkley. Now runners on second and third. I believe it was a strike across. Stewart may just been the kind of token show there.
It was.
Swung on, popped up, right side of the infield, second baseman there, and she's got it. Runner trying to score from third. The throw comes in, it's not there. Everybody advances, and a run is across. Ends up being a sac fly for Bailey Stewart.
A sac fly right at the edge of the infield. That'll work for the Tigerettes as they get to 1-0 to lead. And that's one thing about this Gordonsville team. They just put pressure on you throughout. That's typically a spot where you're not even afraid of the runner going from third because it's not very deep at all. But they do, and they capitalize.
And Callie Underwood took off as soon as that ball was caught. Gonzalez not ready for it. The throw off line. Brinkley took third base, so it's a runner on third. That's a strike across to Laura Thompson. 1 out, still, or make it 2 outs now in the inning. But a 1-0 lead for the Tigerettes here in the Class A sectional. DeKalb County at last check. We're up 2-0 on Lenore City in the Class 3A sectional. Goose was there. He's headed here now. There's a foul ball, and it's 0-2 now to Laura Thompson.
She's doing a good job right now of throwing strikes against this Tigerettes team. Those 2 ground ball base hits and the pop out. So if you're Whitwell, you're okay here in this spot.
0-2 to Thompson. Runner on third, 2 away. That one popped up and out of play. There's one little league game going on out here today at Crump Paris. That one's happening behind us, so Noah won't be able to pay as much attention.
I can't see anything. Great crowd on hand today.
Absolutely. Rightfully so. And this Class A sectional, like you said, final game for these 3 seniors here in this park. 0-2. Thompson out to right. Little blooper. That one falls. It's an RBI single for Laura Thompson.
And that's really been Laura Thompson's game the past few weeks and really this entire season. Just hit it where they ain't. It doesn't have to be anything hard hit. Just another blooper. Moves along the lineup and gets another run across.
2-0 lead for the Tigerettes in the bottom of the first. This is a game, obviously, they're expected to win. They're expected to win all of their games this season. They've only lost 1. That was to Coffee County, which they played them a second time around and able to get them. Wind picking up, still blowing out towards that right field foul pole from center field.
Here's the reality. It's not a matter of if they're going to win. It's a matter of are they going to win in 3, 4, or 5. That's the question for Gordonsville. They're trying to make it as quick and painless as possible.
Mackenzie Herron's at the plate. No 1-0 count to her. Runner on first is Thompson after the bloop single. That one outside for ball 2.
The 2-out approach, always so good for Gordonsville. You're going to have to throw good pitches. They're not going to go chasing stuff and hit themselves out of innings.
This Whitwell team fell to South Pitt in the region championship 2-1. South Pitt, obviously, just mentioned it, fell to Joe Burns 2-1 in their sectional yesterday. This one is hit hard out to left center. That ball down all the way to the wall with a 1 bouncer. Thompson rushing around second. She's into third, and it's a stand-up double for Mackenzie Herron. Runners on second and third for Callie Dillard.
Another great hit there. That one hopped right into the wall. Great approach, no problem. Carousel continues.
For the Tigerettes, it's already the 4th hit of the first inning, and the 7th batter is coming to the plate. They are swinging it well. Other than that, it's been a fly out and a sac fly. So they have hit, everybody has hit the softball when they've come to the plate. Dillard sent a couple out her last time out in the region championship, and they were moonshots.
That's the first one went over the scoreboard, and the second one, we were in that elevated press box, and it flew past us like a rocket ship. I mean, she tanked it out of there.
And Goose got a tremendous shot of it. He got some great shots at Joe Burns the other day. He got some great shots last night at Red Bank as well, as that one's in there for a called strike 1-1.
You could see the launch angle on the picture he got. It's like, yeah, that's it tells the story.
She got every bit of it. 1-1 here to Dillard. Runners on second and third with 2 away. Wind shifting a little bit, now blowing a little bit out to right. That one's upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. Already 2 runs across, but still threatening for more with 2 outs.
And Willis here, she's trying to find the zone again. Only threw 1 strike in the last AB, and it got hit a long way. A little bit wild in the bottom half of the order.
And these bats have been aggressive in these counts. This one high in the air, but the wind's going to hold it up. Look at that. Stays in the air. Left fielder has to come in to catch it and is able to do the job. Gets the final out of the inning on the fly out to left, but 2 runs across, 2 runners stranded, and 4 hits in the inning for the Tigerettes. They lead 2-0. This is the Class Single A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
It's a 2-0 lead for the Gordonsville Tigerettes. We're going here in the top of the second. My name's Jacob Vincent. That's Noah McKay. You're watching it right here on the UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS Network. We welcome all of you in. Appreciate you tuning in. Comments along with us. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure to leave a reaction. You can share it. Follow the page on Facebook. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. As Noah mentioned in our last broadcast, we're getting to another step on our YouTube channel.
We are trying to get us. We got some work to do to catch up to Facebook, but slowly but surely, we're making our way that direction.
That was a called strike in there to Lillian Ray, the third baseman, as she leads it off. It's 5, 6, and 7 due up here for Whitwell. They got a runner on by a hit by pitch, and then 3 straight strikeouts, all of them on 1-2 counts from Kaylee Plumley. She's got the goods today. Here's the 0-1. Right down Broadway for strike 2, and for Plumley, didn't have her best stuff in the region championship, but the offense did have their best stuff.
Yeah, they certainly did. And by the way, final score to DeKalb County. The Tigerettes and Smithville are going to the Spring Fling. They defeat Lenore City today 6-2, so they go to the Class 3A state tournament.
0-2 coming to Ray. Swings right through. 4 strikeouts in a row, and the first out of the inning for Kaylee Plumley.
This game is over. It is over. 1 out, top of the second. It's done.
I'm going to need some play-by-play on this dog over here. It is flying.
He's living his best life.
Watch this. Holy cow. Zooming. He slowed it down a little bit. It was the changeup. Callie Brock steps in, the center fielder for Whitwell. Plumley brings it home and misses outside that time, 1-0. Hope everyone stayed safe last night. It's beautiful today. A little bit breezy.
I want you to keep watching, even though it is over.
Yeah.
Stick around.
Well, Gordonsville
it's going to be fun to watch.
Hit a lot out to us.
Yeah.
So, yeah. maybe we'll have a chance to catch one. This one, swing and a miss, 1-1.
There hasn't even been a whiff of contact against Kaylee Plumley so far. Not even a
The top
whiff.
3 batters in this lineup, according to their max preps, all hit over 460.
Yeah, they're not going to do that today. This is get ready for a show.
Here is the 1-1. The rise ball, 1-2. Violent.
Ladies and gentlemen, the GOAT. Watch her work right here. Ready for this strike 3? 5 in a row. Here it comes.
Brock, the righty at the plate. Plumley, the lefty, brings it home.
Good
1-2, swung right through. 5 strikeouts in a row for Kaylee Plumley.
Oh, my. It's just, they don't have a chance.
She's pretty good.
They don't have a chance. And it's not a surprise you mentioned not necessarily her absolute best against Joe Burns. It was still really good. She's a competitor, so not a surprise that she's going to come back and probably have one of her better efforts of the season here today.
Yeah, we say not her best stuff. It was a one-hitter.
Yeah.
And they won 12-1.
Yeah. Against a team who's probably could be the runner-up in Class 1A.
Yeah, that one's a strike across to Kendall Holtkamp, the first baseman. Yeah, the difference in why we say it wasn't her best stuff, the walks were an issue. She had 5 walks. She has been flawless so far today through 7 batters.
Even the hit batter wasn't really a bad pitch.
No. The 0-1 swung on and missed. It's 0-2. She has not gotten to a 2-ball count yet.
Our friends at Nick's Restaurant are about to get their 30 seconds of airtime here in about 10 seconds from now.
Them and Upper Cumberland Generators.
Appreciate them very much. You're about to hear all about them.
0-2 with 2 away. Plumlee.
Oh, come on, Blue. Got to give her that one.
Misses outside.
Inning like this, you got to give her that one.
The home plate umpire.
Come on.
Still 1-2. And it is 1-2 this time.
We're sure.
Plumlee delivers home. Swings right through. It is 6 in a row for Kaylee Plumlee. Strikes out the side. Tigerettes back to the plate in the bottom of 2. It's a 2-0 lead for Gordonsville in the Class 1A sectional. It's presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
So Kaylee Plumlee is pretty good. 6 strikeouts in a row, all of them on 1-2 counts. The only base runner so far was a hit by pitch on really not too bad of a pitch.
Jacob, they haven't touched a pitch yet.
No, they haven't.
Through 2 innings.
They haven't.
No contact on a softball thrown by Kaylee Plumlee.
And for the Tigerettes, it's 8-9 and 1 due up. That's not good for Whitwell. Kaylin Roberts, Camry Johnson, and Kat Johnson due up in the inning.
Hey, if you're from Whitwell, I apologize. It's a good season. This team.
It's come to a close.
This team is not the one that you wanted to come. You had to win the region. You just had to. You weren't going to come here and win this softball game.
That one missed outside. 1-0 here to Kaylin Roberts, the second baseman.
It is an accomplishment to reach sub-state. And the reality is right now in Class 1A, it is a fight for second.
Yep. And contrary to 4A basketball, this one swung on, flared to second base, and that'll be the first out of the inning. These kids all live here.
Yeah, we had that conversation yesterday. Somebody was saying, is that like Bradley Central? I said, no, not exactly.
No.
They're just really, really, really good.
They are indeed. After the fly out, it will be Camry Johnson coming to the plate for the first time. The right fielder trying to flip the lineup back to the top with the runner on base.
And really, anything you get offensively is just a luxury at this point. Kaylee Plumlee is absolutely in her bag right now.
Will has got an out to start the top half of the bottom half of the first. As this one is in there for a ball 1. And then the next 2 batters reached. They both scored. Obviously 2 more batters after that as well. And that dugout for the Tigerettes
rocking
is loud. Comes the 1-0 to Johnson. It's a good pitch in there for a called strike, 1-1.
She's not throwing poorly. Only 2 runs allowed. Got to have a couple of more were on at the end of that last inning. Was able to limit it, but mentioned, you have to have the game of your life to even have a chance right now with the way Plumlee's throwing.
We mentioned a pitcher in Willis that really trusts her defense. The 1-1 that is drilled by Johnson. That is down and just foul. Not by much down that left field line. That ball was hammered by Camry Johnson.
Yeah, there's been some hard hit foul balls for the Tigerettes early on in this one.
It goes just foul, so the count 1-2 now on the right fielder for the Tigerettes. Johnson will step back in with one away here in the bottom of 2.
I'm going to zoom out a little bit after that one.
Willis brings it home. Swing
Good
and a miss.
pitch.
That is a big strikeout for J.C. Willis. And 2 outs in the inning, sends it back to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, it's a great job by Willis to get those first 2 outs. And that time, inside pitch got sent a long way. Goes up and out with the next one and gets the swing and a miss. Really nice job.
I don't know that we have seen this team go 3 up, 3 down in an inning since we've been broadcasting them this year.
We have not.
2 outs in the inning, and the leadoff batter, Kat Johnson, is at the plate. She flew out to left her first time up. This one down the line, but a foul ball. But another one that has been hammered.
Willis is one of slower, a little bit slower velocity, so trying to time her up. That time Johnson out in front of that pitch. I mean, they are screaming.
Yeah, we saw
right now.
Plumlee drill one down the line. Camry Johnson down the line. Now Kat Johnson as well. She steps back in with an 0-1 count on her. Willis brings it home. That one misses for ball 1.
Yeah, good spot to go. That's where she got the swing and the miss for strike 3, but Johnson able to lay off of it that time.
Mentioned DeKalb County winning 6-2. We'll have coverage of them coming from the spring fling next week. Michael Lindsay was there. He's on his way here. Here's the 1-1. And just misses for ball 2. 2-1 now to the leadoff batter in the lineup for the Tigerettes.
It's a tick up, but not a bad spot for Willis at all.
Tigerettes, just the one blemish on the record this season. 33-1. They have won 26 games in a row. Comes the 2-1 from Willis. In the air, center field. Center fielder underneath and makes the grab. It is indeed a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Whitwell Lady Tigers in a big one. We're through 2 in a 2-0 lead for Gordonsville. You're watching the Class 1A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
2-0 lead for the Gordonsville Tigerettes. It is the top of 3. 8-9-1 due up for Whitwell. They got a 3-up, 3-down inning there in the second. That's pretty impressive when you look at this Tigerettes lineup.
Yeah, really nice job by Willis in the circle for them, and they're looking to build on that and literally make contact. Kaylee Plumlee threw one warm-up pitch and said, let's play ball.
She has 6 strikeouts through 2 innings of work. That's every single out.
I'm not talking about a hit. I'm talking about literally touching the softball.
Contact.
They have had a base runner. But that's
it was a hit by pitch. If you want to consider that hitting the softball, an extension of the bat, maybe. That one is a called strike. Going 1 to the right fielder, Veda Crouch. Veda Crouch, Kylie Billingsley, and then back to the top, J.C. Willis.
And the rise balls went really good early on for Plumlee. Really good.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss again, and it's been a lot of swings like that. Not super competitive.
Who's next? She's about to come up to bat.
Got to throw at least one more.
Yep. Who's next? Jacob's about to tell you.
And the 0-2. One misses a little bit low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. She's got to get to the 1-2 first.
Every batter.
Every batter but one, actually. I misspoke. Lillian Ray was 0-2. So Plumlee steps back in with a 1-2 count to Crouch at the plate. Lefty rocks and deals. That one actually laid off the rise ball, and it's 2-2 in the first 2-ball counts of the day.
And that's what we saw Joe Burns do really well in the region championship game, was laying off that rise ball with 2 strikes. So far, Whitwell has not been able to do it because it looks just like the fastball coming across belt high.
2 balls, 2 strikes. First batter here in the top of the third for Whitwell. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. It is 7 strikeouts in a row for Kaylee Plumley. That does bring Kylie Billingsley up to the plate. That's next up.
Who's after that?
J.C. Willis.
4 pitches. We'll see her. She's in her zone. I mean, we've seen it. When she gets locked into her zone and recognizing this is her final home game, she's trying to put on a show for these fans that have been behind her the entire way.
She's done it so far. She also singled her first time to the plate. A bunt shown there and a strike across anyways. It's 0-1 to the left fielder, Billingsley.
Hardest throwing pitcher in the state of Tennessee. She's the best pitcher in the state of Tennessee. It's like she's going to the University of Tennessee, and you are seeing an exhibition right now out of 21.
There's the 0-1. Bunt shown again, and contact made that time, but a foul ball, and it's 0-2. That might be the only way to make contact today.
Close your eyes, swing as hard as you can.
Yeah. At least there you can keep your eyes open. I don't even know if I'd want to keep my eyes open if I'm trying to bunt.
Just pray. Just
hope it doesn't drill you.
Yes.
1 out, and the 0-2. Swing and a miss. 8 strikeouts for Kaylee Plumley, 1 time through the lineup. And 2 outs in the inning.
This is impressive. And it's a Whitwell lineup. I mean, the offense has propelled them here, which credit Willis on the other side. She's been pretty good through 2 innings, but it's been their offensive numbers. A lot of batters over 400. They've hit several home runs as a team, but they have had nothing for Plumley the first time through.
J.C. Willis is one of those top batters in the lineup. That's why she's in the leadoff spot. Hit by a pitcher first time up. Here is the first pitch into her. That's a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
That's a great fastball. Get ahead pitch for Plumley.
Ever since hitting Willis, it's been 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2. All strikeouts. Trying to make it 1-2-3 again. The 0-1. Must have missed low.
By a tick.
And 1 by much. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs in the inning. Willis thought about chasing it, lets it go, and this is the first time the whole ball game that she's been behind in a count, 2-1.
That's what you want to see out of your leadoff batter for Whitwell. You got to battle. You got to make her throw pitches. When she misses, you can't just offer at it and give her anything free.
2-1 coming from Plumley.
Yep.
There's a kind of a hack swing. And it's 2-2.
I believe Kaylee Plumley's about to lead off the bottom of the third, correct, Jacob?
Yes.
Cool. Excited to see that in about 35 seconds.
Trying to make it 9 strikeouts in a row. The 2-2. Ground ball, right side. That one through, and it's going to be the first hit of the day instead with 2 outs in the inning.
Hey, very nice job there by Willis, and she's been the MVP so far for Whitwell, keeping a minute in the circle, and that time says not so fast, my friend, and smacks it on the ground through, and we'll see if Whitwell can get a little bit of a rally started here. They need a little momentum. They need something to jumpstart their ability to compete in this game.
Second time J.C. Willis has reached today, hit by a pitch and now a single. It brings Lindsey Gonzalez to the plate, and there's a big swing and a miss, 0-1. Gonzalez started the string of strikeouts, striking out, looking back in the first for the first out. There's 2 outs here with a runner on first in the top of the third.
And good for Willis, reaching twice already in the ball game.
The 0-1. Big swing again. It's 0-2. Ready to hear from our friends at the Real Estate Collective? Land and Farm specifically?
One of our all-inclusive sponsors here at UCR.
Runner on first with 2 outs. The 0-2 swings right through. 9 strikeouts through 3 innings for Kaylee Plumley. 2-0 lead. They come to the plate for more in the bottom of 3. This is the Class 1A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Kaylee Plumlee back to the plate, starting it out here in the bottom of 3, a 2-0 lead for the Tigerettes. J.C. Willis went 3 up, 3 down in that second inning. This ball drilled by Plumlee again, all the way to the wall in right center. She's looking for 2. Takes the turn at first. She'll slow it down at second. It's a leadoff double for Kaylee Plumlee.
Same exact line as her first base hit. That one a little bit more elevated. A nice liner for Plumlee. 2 times on at the plate, 2 times on base. Exactly what you expect out of 21.
She's 2 for 2 with a single and a double so far, with Abby Brinkley coming to the plate now. These 3 seniors went through graduation this morning for the Gordonsville High School Tigers and Tigerettes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to them. Whitwell, they didn't play yesterday because theirs was yesterday. So congratulations to all the Tigerettes and Lady Tigers. Nobody out. Runner on second as Callie Underwood came out to run. Gets a big secondary lead with nobody holding her on. Was that a strike?
I think it was a very late signal for a strike.
Okay. It looked pretty good. 0-1 to Abby Brinkley. Brinkley's last time up singled, stole second, came around to score on the RBI by Laura Thompson. That one's upstairs, and now it's 1-1. So the Tigerettes got 2 runs across in the first. Fly out, strike out, fly out in the second. J.C. Willis trying to settle in here with a runner on second. Off the end of the bat, Brinkley sends it out to right. Readjusting is the right fielder. Gets it in, tagging up is Underwood, and will take third base. 1 out in the inning, but a runner at third now for the Tigerettes.
Yeah, gets the job done, moves the runner over. The Tigerettes, this has been their approach all season. They will put big numbers on the scoreboard, but they're not trying to do too much in the process. If they need to put another one in the air here to score, they will, just trying to add on to their lead one at a time.
So Veda Crouch does make the catch out in right field to retire Abby Brinkley. Bailey Stewart now to the plate with 1 out and a runner on third. She had the sac fly RBI in the infield her last time up.
Yeah, that was wild.
So is that a sac pop-out RBI? Ground ball left side, foul ball. 0-1 to Stewart. And for the Tigerettes, as they look to get back into the state tournament for the 4th year in a row, they would most likely play a pretty common opponent, or familiar opponent, I should say, that they faced last year in the state tournament as well. As this one's into Stewart, and that is a ball, 1-1. Win this game, and you play the winner of Hillcrest and Halls. Of course, they played Halls in that first game last year, won it in run rule fashion.
Won every game in run rule fashion in Murfreesboro.
Did do that
a year ago.
Swing and a miss here by Stewart, and it's 1-2.
That was a big hack for Bailey Stewart.
1 out in the inning and a runner on third base for the Tigerettes, who have the 2-0 lead. Micah Lindsay is here.
The goose is loose.
And Crump Paris. 1-2. In the air. Left center. Center fielder there at the wall. Makes the catch. The throw comes in. It is deep enough for the sac fly RBI again for Bailey Stewart. And another run across for the Tigerettes.
That one was a little different than our last one because it looked like it had a chance to get out of here off the bat. It does just stay in the ballpark. But again, getting the job done. 2 RBIs on the day. A 3-0 lead. And Wade Plumlee's throwing. That's enough.
3-0 lead. There are now 2 outs in the inning with Laura Thompson coming to the plate. She drove in a runner last time up with a single. She's 1 for 1. That one's upstairs, 1-0. PGA Championship going on today. Scotty Scheffler, the world number 1, doing world number 1 things. 11 under par.
He's only the world number 1 because you're not in the rankings, Jacob.
I don't know about that.
That's what I have to tell myself.
This one hit hard by Thompson. That's a great glove at third. Throw to first. I don't even know if they needed it, but they got the out anyways. It's either a line out or a 5-3. Either way, it's an out. The Tigerettes do put one up on the board. 3-0 lead. We are through 3 in the Class 1A sectional. It's presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
3-0 lead through 3 back here at Crump Harris Park. It's the Class 1A sectional between the Gordonsville Tigerettes and the Whitwell Lady Tigers. Jacob Vincent alongside Noel McKay. Glad to have you along wherever you're watching. UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, NFHS Network. If you're on Facebook, go to the comments. You can see a link there. We just posted it. And if you felt like you wanted to, you can donate to us here at UCR. His first pitch in there to Ella Grace Harvey is swung on and missed. As Noah has mentioned, it is not free to do these games. It is not free to do the games at the Spring Fling next week or cover the sports.
It is free to watch, though.
It is free to watch.
And so all of everything we get that goes into this, you like the new camera angle for the past couple of weeks, it's because of our sponsors and because of generous donations. So we only do it a couple times a year, but if you're able, we ask that you consider following that link, and whatever you're able to do, help us continue to grow and do more and more of these sorts of broadcast and coverage next week at the Spring Fling.
No matter what, we appreciate you.
Yes.
Here's the 1-1. That one fouled off, and it's 1-2 to Ella Grace Harvey, the shortstop for Whitwell.
Now, if you don't donate and you don't like or comment along, then we have a problem. Got to do at least one.
Yeah, leave us a reaction. Something. 1-2 here to Ella Grace Harvey. It's 3-4 and 5, 2 up here on the top of the 4th for Whitwell. That one hit hard left side, gets past the diving Johnson, and it's the second hit of the day for the Whitwell Lady Tigers.
Yeah, that's a really nice approach again, and Whitwell second time through there. You have that moment where you go into the dugout, and obviously coming here against the team that the pedigree that Gordonsville has, there is a little mystique to it. And then you say, hey, it's a softball game. We got to figure out a way to compete here. So they've done a nice job of that. The problem is Kaylee Plumley's just so good that it typically doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, she's got 9 outs, all of them strikeouts so far. A few base runners here and there. There's a check swing right back to her. Turns to second, low throw. Johnson is able to pick it out for the out. That is a heck of a play by Kat Johnson on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, that's a really good job because if Johnson doesn't pick that out, that's runners at first and second with nobody out. So a really nice job by the freshman to grab it. And she mentioned she's a natural catcher, probably going behind the dish next year for this team.
Coach Rebecca Castle is going to come out and ask if that ball popped out, I think.
But she had to go into her catcher mode a little bit on that one, getting low. And she's a little bit hobbled as well. Kat getting looked at by her teammates.
Yeah, she kind of got slid into in the process. So a short conversation call doesn't change. It is the first out of the inning, and still a runner on first for the Whitwell Lady Tigers as Casey Britton did reach there on the fielder's choice. Now Lillian Ray, the third baseman, will come to the plate with one away and a runner on first.
And there was never a moment that was going to get overturned.
No.
I'll tell you that right now.
Nope. So the Upperman Bees baseball team are into the Spring Fling. We'll have broadcast coverage of them coming up Tuesday night at 6:30. The DeKalb County Tigerettes also into the Spring Fling. We'll have website coverage of them next week. The Gordonsville Tigerettes hold on to this lead or improve this lead and win. We'll have broadcast coverage of them as well. First pitch to Lillian Ray, missed for ball one.
And website coverage of all of them as well.
Yes. Swing and a miss, and a big one on the rise ball.
Yeah, that rise ball is really working for Plumley, and these Lady Tigers from Whitwell haven't seen it. So it is a big adjustment period trying to deal with that pitch, and that time sitting fastball, and all of a sudden it's up and away.
Runner on first with one out. Plumlee delivers home the 1-1. Swing and a miss again. And tell you what, if Ray makes contact, it might go a long way.
It might, but she's thrown it 2 straight times and gotten that swing right underneath. I'm throwing it again until she lays off.
Well, the help that she gets is that wind is again blowing kind of in from left a little bit. So anything hit out to left today, it's going to have to be absolutely hammered to get out. That one lays off the rise ball, 2-2.
Do it again. Why not? If you get the 2 swings and misses, and now you can go wherever you want. Maybe even bring that fastball low in the zone.
Tremendous crowd on hands for Gordonsville. Whitwell as well. They've made the trip from down south. Here's the 2-2. Foul ball into the net, and we'll try it again. Good battle here for Lillian Ray.
And it really is a good battle for Ray because after those 2 swings and misses, that rise ball's in your head, and Plumlee went to the fastball. She's able to sit on it and stay alive in the at-bat.
The runner on first is Britton. She reached on the fielder's choice. A little check swing right back to Plumlee. Was able to get the out at second base. 2-2 count here to Ray with 1 out. Brings it home. Hit right side. Blooper is caught at second. Throw to first, and they double him up. Kaylin Roberts, a nice play at second base. Callie Dillard on the bag and able to get out of the inning with nobody stranded. The Tigerettes back to the plate when we come back in a 3-0 ball game. It's the Class A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
It's a 3-0 lead right now for the Gordonsville Tigerettes. They're looking to add on a few more here in the bottom of the fourth. 6, 7, and 8 due up. Mackenzie Herron, Callie Dillard, and Kaylin Roberts. The Tigerettes, they're trying to make it 4 straight state tournament appearances. They have 5 in school history. And of those 5 times, they've made 4 state title games. As that one is swung on and fouled up and out of play. Obviously, the 3 state titles, 2014, 2023, and 2024. They have a state runner-up in there as well. They are 17-4 in the state tournament.
When they get there, they've dominated it. And when you consider the fact it's a double elimination tournament, that's a tremendous winning percentage.
There's the 0-1. That one, miss up outside.
Yeah,
1-1.
And for Gordonsville, it's a dynasty. You've gone 2 in a row. You've dominated this year, but you're a 3-peat. That's tough to do, and they have a great chance to do it.
1-1. Herron swings on, fouls it off. It's 1-2. Herron hit the double her first time up. She's 1 for 1 so far today. But tell you what, Willis has done a pretty good job. After that first inning, she got peppered up a little bit with 4 hits, 2 runs across. Did strand a couple of runners. 3 up, 3 down in the second. The 1 run did come across in the third, but then got 3 straight outs. And has been getting ahead in some of these counts. Here's the 1-2. That one hit left side of the infield. Backhanded short. Throw to first in time. And a nice play by Ella Grace Harvey at short for the first out.
And here's the deal for the Tigerettes. Yes, it was a good start. It's 3-0. You are letting your opponent hang around, and you do not want to be at 3-0 in the 7th inning of this ball game. So you got to figure out a way to scrape some runs across here because you feel great. You've got Plumlee going, but you have not put a team away that you would like to put away here and not have to stress your way into the state tournament.
1 out in the inning. This one swung on the first pitch off the bat of Callie Dillard. Up and out of play, and it's 0-1. Dillard flew out to left her first time up, and yeah, to your points, this Whitwell team, Harvey, the shortstop, 8 home runs on the season. Britton, the catcher, 4 home runs on the season, and then Lane is a freshman. She's got 1 home run, but she may be the injured player because she's not in the lineup today. That one down the line and a foul ball. And just 0-2 to Dillard.
Letting any team hang around in an elimination game, it doesn't matter who's favored and who's not. The game isn't played on paper. You got to figure out a way to get some separation if you're Gordonsville.
Dillard an 0-2 count. Willis has done a great job of really settling in after that first inning and the 2 runs across. 3-0 lead right now for the Tigerettes in the bottom of 4. That's a great off-speed pitch called strike 3 on the bottom part of the zone. It's the second strikeout of the day for J.C. Willis.
Very rare when Gordonsville gets caught looking at that. That was a great pitch right there across at the knees. And Willis really has settled in tremendously against this order.
Yeah, the 7-13 record is very misleading. When you look at the schedule that they have played, it's very, very good. Here's a hard ground ball. Harvey to first, and that is another 3-up, 3-down inning for the Whitwell Lady Tigers and J.C. Willis as well. They're coming back to the plate in the top half of 5. You're watching the Class A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
3-0 lead for the Gordonsville Tigerettes, top of 5 here at Crump Paris Park, and the Lady Tigers are back at the plate. First ball across to Callie Brock, who leads it off. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Lady Tigers. Callie Brock, Kendall Holtkamp, and Veda Crouch here in the inning.
He would like to answer with a 1-2-3 inning of your own for Gordonsville, but a little traffic.
Little blooper, and that one is going to go into foul territory.
A little traffic the last couple of innings. I mentioned Whitwell's doing a great job of hanging around. They're getting a really good start in the circle on the other side, so you'd love Kaylee Plumley to dial it in here and get her punch-out stuff working again.
Yeah, J.C. Willis has done a tremendous job. We talked about it. We hadn't seen this Gordonsville lineup go 3-up, 3 down in a game that we had broadcast. They've done it twice so far today. That one misses low, and it's 2-1 to Callie Brock, the center fielder, who was a strikeout victim her first time up. And for Plumley, hit a batter to start it off, and then 8 strikeouts in a row, single, and then got the 9th strikeout. Last inning, the single, fielder's choice, and a line out to double him up. This one popped up in the infield. Stewart trying to find it back by the fence and just ran out of room as it pops out of the glove. And it's going to go to 2-2.
And the chain link here at Crump Paris probably didn't help Stewart that much.
No.
If that's a mesh net, she may have had a better chance of catching that one.
Extremely close to home plate.
It is.
There is not much foul territory at all. Maybe 8 to 10 feet.
That's why we call games out here now.
Yes. Much better angle. The 2-2 misses low and away, and the first full count of the day comes to Callie Brock.
And if I'm Whitwell, I'm taking all the way. All the way here.
I like it.
If you strike out looking okay, I'm taking all the way.
Center fielder Brock at the plate. Plumley trying to sit her down. Here is the payoff. Misses for ball 4. It's the first walk of the day issued by Kaylee Plumley.
It's a tremendous at-bat. It's the correct decision. Just take that pitch because even the base hits haven't been particularly hard hit. More than a 50% chance right now that that's going to be a ball. It is. And Whitwell, now the tying run is on deck.
Tying run is indeed on deck, but it's the 7th batter in the lineup at the plate right now, the first baseman, Kendall Holtkamp.
She mowed through 7, 8, 9 with ease the last time up, so.
Swings at the first pitch. Low roller. Slow one as well. Johnson has to have a perfect throw, and she doesn't get it. Just beating it out is Holtkamp for the infield single.
Long way.
Pretty good play, just not able to get there in time.
Yeah, got it on the backhand, made a strong throw across, but these base paths, you're not going to get it there once it gets to that deepest part of the infield. And again, Gordonsville's playing with their food a little bit today. They have not been crisp. There's been some uncharacteristic things that have happened, and Whitwell's trying to make them pay right now. Tigerettes have got to lock back in here. Season's on the line right now, Jacob.
That is the third hit of the day for the Lady Tigers. Comes here in the top of the fifth. Now runners on first and second for the right fielder, Veda Crouch.
And what's happened is Whitwell's building belief in that dugout over there that they're going to come on here and shock the world.
It's a very, very small dugout today with only 9 batters and 9 players. That one across from Plumlee for a called strike. She needed it.
Yeah, this is where you're relying on 21. Tune everything else out, put the ball across the plate, and dare him to hit it.
Runners on first and second, nobody out here in the top of the fifth in a 3-0 game. Crouch shows bunt, puts it down, right back to Plumlee.
Good bunt.
Turns, mishandles, and it's going to be bases loaded with Kylie Billingsley coming to the plate.
Won't surprise me if we see a visit out here from Coach Bush. She needs to calm everything down here because that bunt was pretty good, but then bobbled a couple of times. And right now, Whitwell, forget tying run. How about go-ahead run at the plate, and right on cue, here comes Coach Bush.
Yeah, they're going to come out and have a visit, talk it over in the circle. The first real danger that the Tigerettes have faced here in the postseason so far. In a 3-0 game against the Whitwell Lady Tigers. Again, this is an elimination game. If you don't win this game, your season is done. And so you've got a lot on the line right now. Bases loaded, nobody out. The 9-batter, Kylie Billingsley at the plate for the Lady Tigers.
Well, it's time for Gordonsville to show some resiliency because this is uncharted territory for this group. Even dating back to last year, being that in an elimination game, having an opponent start to jab at you a little bit, start to put some pressure on you. They haven't had to deal with that. So let's see what these Tigerettes are made out of and look for Plumlee and try and get some strikeouts here. You can trade a run for an out. You still have a 3-0 lead, but all of a sudden there's a little uneasiness at Crump Paris, and it's on these Tigerettes to get things back under control.
Walk, single, error on the bunt. Bases loaded. The 9-batter left fielder, Kylie Billingsley, is at the plate. Showing bunt, pops it up. That ball caught by Plumlee. She turns, not going to be able to get anywhere else. Thought about throwing it to second, but smartly just holds on to it and gets the important first out. But now it's J.C. Willis's turn with bases loaded and 1 out.
She's reached twice already, but that's a tremendous out to get for Kaylee Plumlee. You get why it's tough to execute a squeeze in softball, though. She's able to race up, make the grab. Big out number 1, and now she's looking to get Willis out for the first time.
Willis batting .333 this season. Bases loaded, 1 out, and that one is across for strike 1.
Yeah, this is where you're looking at your Tennessee signee. Your number 1, your go-to, the greatest player in Upper Cumberland softball history to show off why we say that about her.
Bases loaded, 1 out in the Class 1A sectional. A 3-0 lead for the Tigerettes. Popped up, foul territory, out of play, 0-2 to Willis.
Time to go get her, Kaylee. It's time to go get her with a rise ball and send your crowd back into it and calm everybody's nerves down.
J.C. Willis has reached twice so far today. Hit by a pitch in the first, singled in the third. She's looking for another one of those with the bases loaded and an 0-2 count. Plumlee delivers home. Misses low and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Everybody and their mom's thinking it's a rise ball, including me. So she goes with a fastball, no problem with it. What will she do here at 1-2?
Been able to command that fastball quite a bit here lately. 1-2. 1 out in the inning in the top half of the fifth. Plumlee brings it home. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. It's the second out of the inning.
Gigantic punch out for Kaylee Plumlee. She goes fastball, right on the outside corner. No rise ball needed. Gets the punch out after making the nice play on the bunt. And all of a sudden, the Tigerettes trying to stride back into their dugout unscathed.
It's the second strikeout looking for Plumlee. 10th overall on the day. Lindsay Gonzalez now comes to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs. That one low and away for ball 1.
Every great team has a moment where you go, uh-oh. You think about it across the past year for Upper Cumberland teams. Every one of them's had a moment in a region tournament, in a sub-state game, in a state tournament where you go, uh-oh. It's about how you respond. Right now, the Tigerettes are responding.
Here's the 1-0. Popped up in the infield. And that one actually sails behind the plate. And out of play, it's 1-1.
Think about the Macon County Tigers in the football playoffs, going down against Anderson County in the fourth quarter. Upper Mid-Meady's basketball, down with a minute to go to Lawrence County in a region tournament elimination game. Tigerettes here, bases loaded, nobody out. How do you respond trying to get back to the spring fling?
Have a 3-0 lead right now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. This one, foul ball again, 1-2. And Plumlee trying to work her way all the way back in it after loading the bases on a walk, a single, and an error. She then got the bunt pop out back to herself, the backwards K, and now ahead 1-2 on Lindsey Gonzalez at the plate. What does Plumlee go to? Here it is. Rise ball able to lay off, and it's 2-2.
Well-executed rise ball because it doesn't end up above your head, and that's a really good take in the batter's box. Need one more pitch out of Plumlee.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch from Plumlee, swing and a miss. What a response by the Tigerettes. They load the bases with nobody out and get 0 runs out of it. Gordonsville coming to the plate in the bottom of 5. 11 strikeouts on the day for Kaylee Plumlee. This is the Class 1A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home located in the quaint Magnolia Creek subdivision. Explore tiny home living in this 1,008 square foot home. Built in 2023, this kitchen has all stainless steel appliances and beautiful countertops. This home has a back porch, carport, and extra storage room. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Islands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
You just said it, Noah. There's always moments in a season, moments in ball games where your backs are somewhat against the wall. Obviously, they had the 3-0 lead. That was a huge opportunity for the Lady Tigers. Bases loaded, nobody out, and they get 0 runs out of it.
It's been rare for this squad the past 3 years where they've had a moment like that, and they rise to the occasion. That is a big half inning for Gordonsville, and now it's on them to try and bury their opponents. They need a big inning and answer and really get that separation.
Cameron Johnson leads it off. 9-1-2 due up for the Tigerettes here in the bottom of 5. First pitch swinging, that one fouled up and out of play. It's 0-1, and I tell you what, for J.C. Willis, she gave up 2 runs on 4 hits in the first inning, another run across in the third, but it's going 3 up, 3 down in the second and the fourth. She's been really solid today.
Really solid. She's mixed up her locations more than anything else. The velocity's been all about the same, but she has kept them off balance by putting inside out, up and down.
0-1. Johnson sends it high in the air to left. Coming on to it, Billingsley, a late start, and it ends up a foul ball right up against the student section there on the left field foul line.
They're the students, and they were screaming at her as she barreled in towards them. Great environment for a high school softball game.
They got the megaphone out there in between innings as well. All kinds of noisemakers, tons of people on hand for this one. 0-2 here to Johnson. Trying to get on base for Kat Johnson, who's on deck. Off the end of the bat, slow roller, and it's actually off her foot and a foul ball. So she'll take a second and step back in for another pitch.
And you want 9-1-2 up here if you're Coach Bush. That's a great way to start a big offensive rally. But they didn't do much of anything their last time around. So we'll see if they can change the tide here this time.
Yeah, last time they had 8, 9, and 1 up in the second. They went fly out, strike out, fly out. Kaylee Plumlee will get an AB here in the 5th, though. So far, she's 2 for 2, and her runner has scored both times.
It helps having Kaylee Plumlee on your team.
It does indeed. Johnson now ready. Here's the 0-2. Hits it hard. Out to left. That one down in left center. Johnson's looking for 2. Turning on the Jets. Throw comes in. Not in time. Camry Johnson leads it off with a double in the 5th.
2-strike approach doesn't matter. Johnson with a great swing on it, sends it to the wall, and now the Tigerettes in business, looking for some insurance in the 5th.
Turns it back over to the top. How about that from Camry Johnson? Down 0-2, fouls it off her own foot, and then rips it all the way to the wall. The 9 batter flips it. Kat Johnson to the plate. She's 0 for 2 today. Couple of flyouts. She's trying to get it going here in the 5th.
Home run time for Kat Johnson. The freshman's due.
Wind has died down just a little bit.
The freshman is due. Send it to the basketball court.
First pitch to her. Left side of the infield. Past Harvey into the outfield. Johnson had a late start. She had to let it go past her, so it's just runners on the corners. Back-to-back hits, and here comes Kaylee Plumlee.
That works. Wasn't a home run, but it sets the table for Kaylee Plumlee. And right now, if you are Whitwell, you have to walk her. You have to. Bases loaded with nobody out, corners with nobody out. You don't throw to number 21 here. They've done it twice. She already has 2 base hits. 90% chance bad things happen if they throw to her here.
Well, the assistant coach just sent the right fielder back to the wall. They sent the center fielder over here to the right center field wall. I think they're going to pitch to Kaylee Plumlee.
And that is dumb.
A little bit of a conversation here from Coach Bush as well.
I'm ready.
I was just going to say, I think he's telling her just to hit it as far as she can.
I am ready for this one.
3-0 lead with Kaylee Plumlee coming to the plate. She has singled, doubled, and her runner has scored a couple of times in Callie Underwood.
I'm going to zoom this out a little bit.
Runners on first and third. She was going to show bunt there. And taking second base will be Kat Johnson.
Now, if you don't walk her, you deserve to lose. I mean, the base is empty.
It was across for a ball. It's 1-0.
Wow. This is crazy.
What if Kaylee Plumlee puts down a bunt? Here's the 1-0. She didn't. She hit it right to us. In the air, at the wall, and over. Just over the wall, a 3-run shot. Kaylee Plumlee does the job, and it is a 6-0 lead for the Tigerettes.
Don't pitch to Kaylee Plumlee. She will end your season just like that. It got 1 foot past where it needed to get. Got caught in the wind, but it is a 3-run bomb.
I mentioned how that breeze died down just enough, and it needed it there. Plumlee hit it high in the air, held up. I thought the center fielder in Brock was going to have a chance, and it barely crept over the wall right in front of us in right center. Another 3-run shot for Kaylee Plumlee, and they have broken this game open.
Dumb. You had the base empty. Just dumb. She's the GOAT. Gatorade Player of the Year. Maybe don't pitch to her with the season on the line.
Clears the bases now for Abby Brinkley, and still nobody out, and that is a strike across in the outside corner to the center fielder.
Call the hotels you've been staying at, Tigerette Faye, for the last 2 years. Tell them you need a return trip. Rebook that thing. You're going back.
I thought we were going to have to catch it.
I was ready. The wind totally caught that softball. She really hit it hard. The wind caught it up there in the sky.
Here's the 0-1. Brinkley hits it hard out to center field. Brock came in initially and then able to make the adjustment for out number 1.
And now for Whitwell, you're trying to knock a run rule. I mean, the Tigerettes looking for 4 more and to head to the crib. And that's one way to potentially finish off your career at the plate at Crump Paris Park if you're Kaylee Plumlee. A very fitting, potentially final way B.
1 out in the inning after the line out by Brinkley. Bailey Stewart comes to the plate. She has come to the plate twice. She's got 2 sac fly RBIs. 1 a sac pop out in the infield, actually. This one is hit hard to center field. Brock over to it in time on another line out. Kind of cradled that one as well.
We've said this a lot the past couple of days. Gordonsville right now almost hitting it too hard. If it was a little more bloopy, it would have fallen in, but those line drives coming right in the center.
And you kind of see the adjustment made here as well. They're hitting down on the ball. Obviously, Plumlee's was not. But the last 2, Brinkley and Stewart, have both hit down on the ball.
Plumlee's was not.
That's quite the opposite. 2 outs now in the inning. This one hit hard. Line drive, right field, and that ball is caught. So after the 3-run shot, 3 straight lineouts as Laura Thompson puts it out into right field, and the catch is made by Veda Crouch. 3 more runs across, though, for the Tigerettes. They lead 6-0 in the Class 1A sectional, and we head to the 6th. You're watching it, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Well, Noah's been saying it all season. Don't pitch to 21.
Last 2 seasons.
And that's why. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Kaylee Plumlee is now a triple shy of the cycle.
Let me rephrase that, though, as the Gordonsville broadcast crew. Keep pitching to her. But if you want to win.
We enjoy it.
If you want to
win. It's a lot of fun.
It's a real stupid thing to do. Yeah, you had the base empty. Once Johnson went to second, you're just.
Yeah. No.
We're going to the beach next week. I mean, that's. It's year's over.
3, 4, and 5, 2 up for Whitwell. Ella Grace Harvey leads it off. She's got some power herself. Swings at the first pitch she sees, and it's strike one. Casey Britton will.
I mean, you don't have to do much scouting here on that one, I feel like.
No, yeah, it's the number one player in the state going to Tennessee.
Who's dominating their way through the regionals right now in Knoxville.
0-1 here to Harvey. Back up the middle. Johnson arranging off her glove, and Harvey's going to reach base safely. Going with a single? I think so. Single for Ella Grace Harvey. It's her second of the day.
And this Whitwell team has shown signs of life on offense. That's why it's so – I mean, if I was a Whitwell fan, I would not be very happy right now because they have roared to life at times, and they've had bases loaded with nobody out in that last half inning. But now it's 6-0. Kaylee Plumlee doesn't have to care about the runners on the base pass. She can just keep throwing home, and eventually she's going to get enough strikeouts to win the softball game.
Loaded the bases with nobody out back in the 5th inning, and then went pop out on the bunt, strikeout to strand the bases loaded. Now you've got a runner on first and nobody out for Casey Britton at the plate. That was a ball. Here's the 1-0. Now on a foul ball, a late swing, 1-1. Mentioned it, you win this one. You play Hillcrest or Halls coming up on Tuesday. And that would be at 3 o'clock in Murfreesboro at McKnight.
We'll be there, and then we'll head across the county right at rush hour. It'll be a great time to drive across Murfreesboro.
We'll head to Smyrna for the 6:30 start time of the Upperman Bees baseball team taking on Chester County. 2-1 here to Casey Britton. Of course, DeKalb County softball already in, as well as countless other track and field and other sports. Cookeville soccer will have a chance. They should be underway here, just getting underway against Howard in their boys soccer sectional. 3-1 here to Casey Britton. Plumlee brings it home and hit her, I think. Or did it hit the bats? No, it hit her. Okay, so it is the second hit batter of the day. And for the second straight inning, the first 2 batters have reached.
And this isn't a huge surprise, especially if you only look at the stat sheet. This is a Whitwell team. They've been very offense-dominated this year. So not a surprise that they've been on the base paths. After the first time through the lineup, we thought maybe not. But they've shown, resiliency there in that respect. But, I mean, you're just in such a huge hole right now with 2 innings to go.
Lillian Ray, the third baseman, steps to the plate, shows bunt. She pops it up. That's a foul ball, and we might see a lot of those rise balls if they're going to try to put bunts down.
And she is so difficult to bunt against because of that hard velo and because of the rise ball. You already had one pop out on the squeeze attempt. There you see it pop straight back because you just hits the top of the bat and then goes behind you.
Runners on first and second to the single by Harvey. She stands on second base, and then another hit by pitch, the second of the day for Plumlee. Popped up in the infield. Lakin Roberts over at third base has it for out number 1.
Exactly what Plumlee needed in 6-0 lead. All you're trying to do here is win the softball game. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be anything else. Base runners mean nothing. All about what's at home plate right now for Kaylee Plumlee.
Callie Brock will step to the plate. The center fielder has struck out and walked so far, 0 for 1.
Both those base runners can score. Doesn't matter as long as you're getting outs.
6-0 lead right now for the Tigerettes. Outfield coming in here. This one hit hard. Brinkley came in. Now she has to go back. Makes the catch and able to make the adjustment. Everybody stays where they are, and there's 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, really nice job for Abby Brinkley. Gives you so much confidence out there in center. Good adjustment to it in time, and back-to-back outs after the 2 leadoff base runners reach.
Still first and second, but now 2 outs in the inning as Kendall Holtkamp will come to the plate. She legged out the infield single. Her first time up, was able to beat it on a ground ball to the shortstop, Kat Johnson. Plumlee ready to go, brings it home. And that is right down Broadway for strike 1.
Fastball's been good today for Kaylee. Really, everything's been good. That last inning was a really nice job at the plate for Whitwell. She was able to rally back, gets 3 consecutive outs after a bases-loaded jam. She's been pinpointing it today much better than we saw in the region title game.
The 0-1.
Yeah.
A little check swing. She went around. It's 0-2.
We are done here. Second she gets that check swing, we're done.
Top of the 6th inning, a 6-0 lead for the Tigerettes. Runners on first and second for the Lady Tigers of Whitwell with 2 away and an 0-2 count to Holtkamp at the plate. Plumlee rocks and deals. Swung on it. It was low in the dirt. Doesn't matter. Another strikeout for Kaylee Plumlee. 12 of them on the day. Gordonsville will be looking for insurance when we come back.
We're not done.
Did they call that a drop
dirt.
third?
They certainly did, because it was.
She caught that ball.
No, she didn't. It was absolutely in the dirt, and she trapped it.
So is there a run across,
Nope.
or is it just
bases loaded? That is a mistake for the Tigerettes. That ball was trapped. The umpire never signaled for it. He pointed at it, and Gordonsville took off. And the drop third strike, and the runner took off immediately. So that one's on the Tigerettes. No question about it. It was close on the trap, but the umpire never gave the signal, and you can't make any assumptions there. So new life for the Lady Tigers.
So it's still the 12th strikeout of the day for Kaylee Plumlee, but now she's going to have to get another batter out as Veda Crouch will come to the plate.
That overhand grab, dirt goes up. You got to throw down.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Crouch swings right through on the first pitch.
No, you may just get a free strikeout for Kaylee Plumlee out of it, but still, that's new life.
And you're going to have a visit here from Coach Castle. Talk it over with Crouch.
Well, if you're Whitwell, you're down to your final 4 outs, and you got the bases loaded again. Got to figure out a way to bring runs across. You just got a little bit of a gift from your opponent. If you don't capitalize here, I mean, it's over probably anyway, but certainly need to find a way to score runs.
Crouch reached on the error. She bunted. It was mishandled by Plumlee and was able to reach over at first to load the bases back in the 5th. She's back up again with the bases loaded and 2 away. Plumlee, the 0-1. Just outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to do anything they can to scrape a run across. Down 6-0 in the top half of the 6th. That one never came out clean, but it's such a short backstop, it doesn't matter, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, that's part of the home field advantage for the Tigerettes. If you miss badly with a pitch,
unless it hits one of the poles,
yeah, if it hits the poles and
caroms.
ricochets, but you're probably going to be okay.
2-1 here to Crouch. Plumlee brings it home. Swings through, 2-2. Trying to work her way back into it after the drop third, and reaching on the drop third was Kendall Holtkamp. So she is on 12 strikeouts, looking for 13 now. 2-2. 13 of them on the day for Kaylee Plumlee. Got her to look at it. Strands the bases loaded again. And now they will be looking for insurance. It's the Class 1A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Discover the stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
6-0 lead for the Gordonsville Tigerettes, bottom of the 6th here in this Class 1A sectional. My name's Jacob. That's Noah. You're watching it right here on the UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS Network. Wherever you're tuned in from, we appreciate you. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for as the Tigerettes take on the Lady Tigers of Whitwell. The Tigerettes trying to make it 4 trips in a row to the Spring Fling, coming up next week.
A little bit of insurance here would be nice. 4 runs would be great for Gordonsville. Now have to come back up and play another inning of defense. It's easier said than done against Willis. Only 2 blips on the stat sheet for her so far, really.
Well, it's been Kaylee Plumlee.
Yeah.
She has singled, doubled, and hit a 3-run shot just over the fence here in right center. Leading it off is Mackenzie Herron. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Tigerettes. Herron, Dillard, and Roberts.
Well, it does line up. If Kaylee Plumlee bats, she could end the game.
She could.
Which would be a fitting conclusion to her time here in Gordonsville.
We'll see if they pitch to her this time. She's 3 for 3 and a triple shy of the cycle.
Well, you heard the adjective I called it earlier when they pitched to her, so.
That one rolled in the dirt. First real miss we've seen from Willis today. It was really been pretty solid except for Kaylee Plumlee.
It wasn't, oh boy, that was a smart move.
It was quite the opposite of that, actually. 1-1 here to Herron. Sound like Mickey Mouse.
Oh,
over
boy.
There. 2-1 to the left fielder for the Tigerettes. Herron has reached once today, doubled in the first, grounded out her second time up, 1 for 2. Trying to get a base runner on for Callie Dillard, the 2-1. Hit out to right. Right fielder drops it out of the glove. Herron running hard the whole way. She's looking for 3. She'll be in there safely. Hit the glove with the right fielder. Crouch popped out and then able to get to third base after it pops out is Mackenzie Herron.
Tough play for the right fielder to make as she's sprinting over. That ball's tailing away from her down the line. It just tips off the glove and down. I'm giving her a triple.
We'll go with the triple for Mackenzie Herron, her second hit of the day. And Callie Dillard steps to the plate 0 for 2 today. Fly out and a strikeout.
The wind has stopped.
There is no wind.
Watch out.
That is not good for J.C. Willis.
Watch out.
And that would have been the pitch to do it on. It's 0-1.
Yeah, that one had some serious spit on it, tailing towards that line. Gordonsville, you're not going to breathe.
Crouch has been pretty sure-handed out there in right. Just unable to haul that one in. There's the 0-1. And there it is. Callie Dillard just foul.
That's the first one you've missed.
It
was hard hit.
It was hard hit. I think it would have been into the wall if it was fair. Yeah, I thought I missed the Kaylee Plumlee one once I saw the wind hit it, and I got a little bit scared.
But it's still Kaylee Plumlee. So she had your back.
0-2 here to Dillard. That one misses high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner on third is Herron after the triple.
It's a good take. She's gotten a couple with that up and away fastball.
Couple of strikeouts today for Willis, but again, we mentioned she is a pitch-to-contact pitcher, and she has been that way today.
Whit was way better than her record indicates.
Absolutely.
We mentioned pregame.
Yeah. That one in the dirt, and reading it perfectly and scoring is Mackenzie Herron. As soon as it came out of the hand, she took off, and she'll score the 7th run of the game for the Tigerettes.
Tigerettes looking for 3 more. Want to finish it right here, right now.
Nobody out. 2-2 count to Callie Dillard, and now the base is empty as Mackenzie Herron comes home to score.
That's great base running, too, as it kicked away, not right into the backstop.
Dillard swings at it, a foul ball, and will remain at 2-2. Mentioned Goose is out here today. He was at DeKalb County for their 6-2 victory over Lenore City in the Class 3A sectional a little bit earlier.
The dude's awesome.
He may be making a trip to Cookeville Soccer right after this. We'll have to wait and see. Swing and a miss. That is a big strikeout for J.C. Willis in the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the 6th.
And she got it again. That elevated pitch is that slower velo has gotten some of these Tigerettes today to get those swings and misses. So she's relied on it in 2 strike counts, and she gets another punch out.
Rare 0 for 3 day for Callie Dillard as well. Kaylin Roberts steps to the plate. She's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Willis brings home her first pitch. That one fouled off, 0-1.
And she's really leaning up now in the zone, getting swings and misses.
And obviously, she's been in the zone, has not walked a batter. Gordonsville has been fairly aggressive at the plate as well. And your prototypical pitch-to-contact pitcher. Tigerettes making some noise in the dugout. The 0-1 for Roberts on the way. Roberts hits it hard out to center field. That one drops. It's going to be a single for Kaylin Roberts.
And we kind of mentioned in that last half inning, Jacob, how sometimes the Tigerettes hitting it just a little too hard. Not that time. Just a little blooper, not trying to do too much, sends it down. into the center of the outfield, and that moves the carousel along as you're trying to get back to the top of the order and see if Kaylee Plumlee can walk this thing off.
Here comes Camry Johnson again. She had a tremendous AB. Her last time up was down 0-2, fouled a pitch off of her foot, and then ripped a double out to the wall in left center. She came around to score on that 3-run bomb by Kaylee Plumlee. She's at the plate again with 1 out. Swings at the first pitch she sees, popped up, and a nice catch made from the catcher position in Casey Britton for out number 2.
Yeah, really nice catch by Britton. She had a quick reaction, got the mask off, jogs over. Nice catch, and we'll see.
So Kat Johnson will get an AB here in the bottom of the 6th. Of course, for the Tigerettes, if they don't get 3 more runs across, they can just get 3 outs in the top of the 7th.
If Johnson reaches and they pitch to Kaylee Plumlee.
It's the white flag. That's what it is.
Crazy.
Johnson did reach her last time, singled, stole seconds. In the air, center field, gonna stay in the park. And the catch made for out number 3. We head to the top of the 7th. 3 outs away from a return trip to Murfreesboro for the Gordonsville Tigerettes. Stick with us. It's the Class 1A sectional presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
7-0 lead for the Gordonsville Tigerettes, starting to become under the lights. The sun is just over the top of the hills, off to our right. Trying to set as we start the top of the 7th. 9-1-2 due up for the Whitwell Lady Tigers. They've got 3 outs in their final chance here in this 2025 season. Kylie Billingsley will lead it off. She shows bunt, pops it into foul territory for a foul ball. 0-1.
Thank you so much to Marcia for the donation. You see the link pinned here in the comments if you're on Facebook. Anything you were able to do, we appreciate it as we embark to Murfreesboro for complete coverage of the spring fling and all sports. Always free, of course, to watch and everything. So if you're able, we say thank you. Thanks, Marcia.
Here's the 0-1. Little check swing, 0-2.
And for Plumlee here, you would love to finish this one out in style. Your final start ever in this ballpark. Want to dominate your way through and really put an exclamation point on an unbelievable career here at Crump Paris.
That 0-2 fouled off well by Billingsley. It was 0-2 so far today. Strikeout and the pop out right back to Plumlee on the bunt back in the 5th. And for Whitwell, they've loaded the bases in the last 2 innings. With no outs in the 5th, no runs across. 2 outs in the 6th, no runs across. There's the 0-2 right down Broadway. Another strikeout looking, and it's 14 on the day for Kaylee Plumlee.
A testament to the greatness of Plumlee. She has 14 strikeouts, and we all go, oh, yeah. 14 strikeouts. That's a career day for 99% of pitchers. It's a normal day at the ballpark for Kaylee Plumlee.
She now has to face the top of the lineup to get the job done. J.C. Willis is at the plate, has reached twice, hit by a pitch and singled. Struck out her last time up. She swings at this one, up in the air. Roberts from second has it for out number 2. And the Tigerettes are an out away from heading back to Murfreesboro.
Wasn't easy today. Whitwell came. They were ready to play. They kept it interesting. But now Gordonsville on the doorstep of getting one step closer to their ultimate goal, the three-peat.
Lindsey Gonzalez steps in 0-for-3 with 3 strikeouts. The final chance of the day for the Lady Tigers. Plumlee has got a quick couple of outs with a backwards K and a pop out. Big swing and a miss by Gonzalez. It's 0-1. 7-0 lead for the Tigerettes, and how big was the 3-run shot by Kaylee Plumlee after stranding, the bases loaded back in the 5th. 0-1. Popped up. How fitting. Kaylee Plumlee finishes it off, and the Gordonsville Tigerettes are headed back to the spring fling for the 4th straight year. Final score, 7-0.
The celebration on for the Gordonsville Tigerettes. The class of Class 1A keeps it rolling, and such a fitting end for these 3 seniors that they get a shutout victory at Crump Paris Park. It wasn't the easiest of wins. You don't expect it to be in the sub-state round, but they get it done in clinical fashion.
7-0 the final score. They improved to 34-1 on the season. And the Tigerettes trying to get the celebration started on the field, but they can't do it. Bailey Stewart's going to try to get it going. The Poppers giving them some troubles, so now they're going to go shake hands. And we'll bring you into the post-game show for the Tigerettes today. 7 runs on 10 hits. They did have 1 error in the field. Whitwell, 4 hits, no runs across. Kaylee Plumlee in the circle was tremendous. 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 14 strikeouts, and at the plate she was 3 for 3 with a 3-run home run and 1 run scored. Her runner, Callie Underwood, scored a couple of times as well, so if you want to consider it 3 runs scored, 3 runs scored. Pretty easy for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
Kaylee Plumlee, once again, is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. She sends out her home career in style. This isn't it, though, for the Tigerettes. They're going to enjoy this one. They're going to get to work. They know they got a few more games to play as they try to make it 3 consecutive 1A state championships.
So, next up for the Gordonsville Tigerettes, Tuesday at 3 o'clock in Murfreesboro, McKnight #1 is where they're going to be playing. They'll play the winner of Hillcrest and Halls, and they played Halls last year in that first game. We'll see if they get it going again in that first game coming up Tuesday at 3. We hope you join us for that broadcast. We'll have audio-only broadcast of that in Murfreesboro, and then we'll have the Upperman Bees taking on Chester County in baseball coming up Tuesday evening at 6:30 from Smyrna High School. One more week of high school sports. The spring fling begins on Tuesday. Congratulations to the DeKalb County softball team. They are into the spring fling. Cookeville soccer underway against Howard right now as they try to get back to the spring fling as well. That's going to do it for us today. Michael Lindsay was out here today. All the coverage coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com. Final score, Gordonsville wins 7-0 for Noah McKay. I'm Jacob Vinson saying so long from Crump Paris Park.